If you're like me and you often find yourself repeating the same old habits, stuck in a never-ending loop, or a cycle that you just can't seem to break out of, talking with a therapist may help you. And that's why I'm glad this video sponsor is BetterHelp. They're who I started my therapy journey with, and I've just gained so much insight on patterns in my own life. Some of which, I'm just gonna be honest, I didn't even recognize as patterns until it was pointed out that, like, hey, this thing you did at 18 looks a lot like this thing that you did at 25 and then again at 31. Maybe there's some dots connecting. Maybe those weren't actually like isolated incidents and that's just like my fear of abandonment flaring up. It just really started to make a lot of sense. And then once I started noticing these things, I could recognize them for what they were and intervene. And now I'm in like the best relationship I've ever been in. But aside from personal relationships, therapy has just been so beneficial to me in too many ways to count. BetterHelp's whole mission is to make starting therapy easier. You just fill out a quick questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist in as little as a couple of days. They're trained to listen and give helpful, unbiased advice, and if for whatever reason you don't mesh with your match, you can easily switch at any time for no extra cost. And speaking of the cost, BetterHelp accepts both HSA and FSA cards, making it even easier to prioritize your mental health. In 2024 alone, over 137,000 people use their HSA and FSA benefits for therapy through BetterHelp. So be sure to use yours before they expire. Go ahead and click that link in my description or go to betterhelp.com/Beatrice and get 10% off your first month of therapy. Good morning. I'm trying to be quiet because Steven is still asleep. Chetty is not helping the situation because he's yelling. Come here, everybody. He wants attention. I woke up ravenously hungry, so I want to make some breakfast, but the kitchen is still pretty messy from dinner last night. So let's clean first and try not to scream about it, and then we will make some breakfast. I also did weigh in this morning. Last time I weighed in, I was 209.2 pounds. This morning, I was 213.2 pounds, so I gained 4 pounds. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be for eating out the entirety of 2 weeks without tracking anything, but still not ideal. Let's get to cleaning so that I can make some breakfast. Trying your cubes?
I'm trying my cubes.
Your horse cubes?
Cubes for my boys. That's what they say.
Did they? I don't say that.
You don't remember that?
No. What are you talking about?
The Joe Pera.
Sneaky vegetables.
I think I'll be sneaky. Here goes again. Maybe it's
put that box there? He thinks he needs to sit. Oh, could it be?
I would block him or you would block him?
Maybe don't. It's fine.
Okay, breakfast burrito bowls. Oh my god, that chili got way hotter.
You're gonna struggle.
I'm gonna die. It's so good though. Oh man. I may need a smeckle of sour cream. Thank you. I'm gonna die. I can't get it open. A little dabble, do you?
That will do. Plus I do one without cubes and see if the difference is.
The club is popping, so I'm probably not gonna film in there. Nah. It's right before Thanksgiving, and it shows. The aisles were jam-packed. All right, let's do a little bit of a grocery haul. First and foremost, we got some eggs. And if you're like, B, don't you have 15 chickens in the backyard? Yes, but when it gets cold, chickens stop laying eggs. I guess there's like some kind of herb that you can feed them, or like if you like warm the coop, they will still like produce an egg, but I'll just let them like naturally do what they're gonna do. So we gotta buy some eggs. They lay like 1 egg a day right now, and that's not enough to sustain our egg eating habits. Got some broccolini, big old sack of asparagus. I wanna make this asparagus soup. I don't know why, it just looks good to me, so got a lot of asparagus. Bell peppers, celery sticks, big old slab of sharp cheddar cheese, smoked Gouda, Parmesan, a small bag of mozzarella. This is for dinner. I signed up to make the mac and cheese for Thanksgiving this year, so this is mac and cheese accessories. I am gonna try to make like a keto version for me as well. So we're gonna have like a regular and keto version. So this is like $30 worth of cheese right here. Insane. Along with the mac and cheese, I needed some whole milk, heavy whipping cream, big old sack of zucchinis, ground turkey, ground chicken, pack of chicken wings that I want to try in the new air fryer that I just got. The first recipe that I want to try out in there is actually keto corn dogs. I have been craving freaking corn dogs since like August, since the fair came to town. And I found a recipe for keto corn dogs that requires an air fryer. Now that I have a legitimate air fryer, we're gonna try it out. Speaking of the pre-Black Friday sale air fryer, there she blows. According to the instructions, I have to do a trial run of the appliance without food. So well, let's do that, I guess. And also there's like a little cup area where you can insert water for like steaming. I don't know how I'm gonna use that function, but that is good to know, I guess. Pretty fancy stuff. The trial runs seem to work beautifully. We won't know until we put some mini corn dogs in there, which I should probably get on soon, because it's 444. What's the significance of that number? It appears the significance of that number is my camera battery is dying. Hold on. Okay, we're back. I appear to have a rip in my sleeve. I need to learn how to sew. There are always use cases for learning how to sew, and I would benefit from doing so. I have so much to do though, like the house needs to be majorly decluttered. I see like other people like always have like clean kitchens and like not a lot of clutter. How do they do it? When I renovated this kitchen. I put so many cabinets, so many opportunities for storage, and still, here I am looking at a sea of shit on this countertop right now. I do got the ADHD, and it's like I need to see it to know that I have it. So if there's a surface, I'm using that surface to put stuff. But then there's a new problem that crops up where, like, once I utilize the surface with a bunch of junk, I can't see what's on the surface because it's just too much, too overwhelming. And Stevie's the same way. Like, we're surface people. Like, we need to have all of our stuff where we can see it, or else out of sight, out of mind. And Stevie hasn't gotten diagnosed with the ADHD, but I see a lot of similarities between us. And I have noticed that, like, everybody in my life that I get along with the most has it. Me and Stevie get along pretty well, okay? Which is good because we live together. But anyway, I had plans today to, like, do a whole, like, declutter. And I did declutter one corner. The corner where I put the air fryer. But I just moved that clutter to another corner. So it wasn't, like, technically decluttering. It was more like spreading the wealth of clutter around. But it's been raining all day long, and that really just dampened down a lot of the motivation I had to do that kind of thing. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. Typically, on a rainy day, when it's cold outside, would probably be the ideal time to, like, stay inside and do household chores, but the vibe was off. But speaking of vibes, you know what is a vibe? And no one told me, and it's literally been out for, like, 10 plus years, 11 years now, over the garden wall. Why has no one come to me and been like, B, this seems like something that you would really enjoy. This seems like something aesthetically that you would make your entire personality. And tell me why here I am 11 years after the fact, just now discovering it. Me and Steven watched the entire, like, little series last night, stayed up till 1 a.m. And it's safe to say that this is now my new comfort show. Very tardy to the party on a lot of things. Over the garden wall, air fryers, getting my shit together. I don't know. All of the things. This is so many hot dogs. Who let me buy hot dogs at Sam's Club? I'm only going to be using 1 pack of these. That's still too many hot dogs for us. But I'm going to attempt to do the corn dog situation 2 different ways. I found a recipe online that uses, like, 2 ingredients, just mozzarella cheese and almond flour, which is like a classic, I think they call it like a fathead pizza dough. I think that's gonna taste like booty cheeks. So I'm gonna make something up on my own, and I kind of went off the rails and bought like $50 worth of extracts because I want to make macaroons. But they had this one that's called sweet corn flavor, and I feel like if we make like a cornbread-esque dip, that might make a better corn dog. But again, I'm making it up completely, so we're gonna do it 2 ways and see what's better. First method is super simple, just 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. And we melt this in the microwave for, like, I don't know, like 15-second intervals, and stir, and then until it's, like, fully melted. Now this is a glob. To it, we add 3/4 cup of the almond flour. 2, 3. And we just mix it and hope that it forms a dough. And it is dough adjacent. Cool. I am very greasy. Now, the bullshit I'm gonna make up. 1 cup of almond flour. Gonna put some garlic in there. Maybe like a teaspoon. Some salt. Teaspoon of baking powder. 2, count them, 2 eggs. These are the last chicken eggs from our chickens that we have. What else I got going on here? I'm gonna do 1/4 cup of this Swerve brown sugar. That might be too much. We will see. And I'm gonna do a full teaspoon of this corn extract. How do they do that? That is crazy. Okay, and then we just mix this all together and we see what kind of consistency it's at. I might add some almond milk if it's not loose enough. Okay, this is the consistency. I actually don't think I want to make it thinner than this, because since I'm not going to be like traditionally frying them like a normal corn dog, it's not going to be like a batter you dip into and then immediately put into a hot vat of oil. I think that this might adhere to the hot dog a little bit better. So this is what we got. Now I got all my dogs that I am just gonna cut up into mini dogs. I'm not gonna do the whole stick thing. It just, why? Why? It's just an obstacle for no reason. It makes sense when you're walking around a fair because you're walking around a fair. Stuff on a stick is convenient in that sense. If you're making it at home, making little bite-sized bits, way more convenient. So I think I'm gonna cut these in thirds. So I need to divide this by 12. Okay, and now I have 12 roughly even dough balls and extremely greasy hands. I'm just gonna full send and kind of flatten these out and then take the dog. You get the picture. So wrap the dog in the dough and it does not want to stick around it. You know what? I need to dry off my dogs. They are moist. Okay, take 2. Dog in the dough. Wrap it. And it's gonna be the hardest thing you've ever had to do in your life. But if you believe hard enough, anything is possible. Motivation. Just connect. Okay, for some reason, you're gonna have like a little flap, a suggestion of a corn dog. It's not gonna wanna connect all the way, at least not with the amount of dough that you have. But that's fine, probably. And you just do this 11 more times. This fathead pizza dough thing seems more similar to like a pig in a blanket situation than a corn dog. And if I was spending more time making these look prettier, they might be. But that's just not what I'm in the mood for. I'm in the mood to just eat. It doesn't have to be aesthetically pleasing, but it has to be delicious. Okay, first set of corn dogs done. Now the experiment. And hopefully this adheres better. Oh my god. I'm just gonna grab and like mush. Okay, both are quite frankly a biche to cover entirely, but this one at least covers mostly. One. Don't look at what I'm doing. Don't look at me.
Come in here and you're in goblin stance.
I have to be. It's the only way it works.
Which of the 2 options is this?
The one I made up.
Oh.
Okay, squad, it was touch and go for a minute there, but this is what we are left with. It looks relatively uniform. Now we gotta air fry it. I don't know, like 10 minutes? So, my regular oven claimed to have had an air fryer in it, which definitely is not the case because this has only been going for like 4 minutes now, and these are already golden brown, dare I say burnt, and I haven't gotten anything to be even remotely crispy in the regular oven with the air fryer. So, yeah, cool. Okay, mini corn dog taste test, and Chetty is yelling again. So first, this is the recipe that I followed that I got off the internet, the fathead dough. I'm a ketchup girly, but I got some Dijon mustard for posterity. It's decent, but it doesn't taste like a corn dog. And now the one that I made up. This one's pretty close. These ones aren't cooked enough in some spots, but I'm on to something with this. I am on to something. Oh my goodness, it's actually a sunny day today. A miracle. It's still cold as hell though, in the garage gym. This is my first day back in here in a hot minute, and and everything is so dusty, and the spiders have overtaken the space in the short time that I've been away. So, but yeah, the hardest thing ever is starting again once you stop. But, you know, stuff comes up. It's inevitable. So I'm just considering this practice. I don't feel like lifting today, so I'm probably just gonna pop my SNAS on the treadmill, but at least I'm out here. Oh, someone was asking for an update on like the gym door being open situation. That creeped me the heck out. Nothing ever came of that as far as finding out any more additional information. Steven did put up like more cameras and stuff, and we haven't seen any clues on there, but yeah, still a little bit freaky. And there is a huge spider on that wall. Lovely. I'm definitely gonna be looking over my shoulder at that attic entrance while I'm on the treadmill. Still a little bit weirded out by it, but I digress. And I won't show you the spider, don't worry, for all you arachnophobes out there. But it's big. We got a quick 30-minute jaunt in. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Probably for breakfast. Well, not probably, definitely, because I still have green chili leftovers and sausage. I'm going to be making the same thing that I did for breakfast yesterday, a breakfast burrito bowl, so I will spare you the redundancy. But quick recap, we are getting back on the ball, feeling better. Air fryers are amazing. The one I got is the Our Place Wonder Oven. I don't think I said that. Not affiliated with them in any way as of the moment, but would love to. Our Place. First impressions. Great air fryer. I need to continue tinkering with my corn dog recipe. The method of application of batter needs some serious work, but other than that, precipice of brilliance. But yeah, other than that, I just want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!